Welcome back to the Express at the PNE. Super Dogs, Mini Donuts, the roller coaster. The PNE has been a Vancouver tradition for over 100 years, although I don't know if the Mini Donuts were around back then. I do know they have a new ride this year, and we're going to check it out a little bit later. But right now, we're going to try out a new way of life with a couple who are trying out country living.
Break it up.
Here, I'll just take some.
Here you go. This is our rooster, the big white one.
It all started with the chickens. Then there were goats.
Hey, Jojo.
Soon came the horses. Before long, Dave and Alicia Stark realized they had a full-fledged hobby farm.
It really keeps you grounded. All the animals are so different. We've gotten our animals, we try to get them all young and well socialized. So it's important for our kids and other families and kids to come over so they have a good experience with animals, but they're like people, they just have their own personalities, especially goats. How was your day, Huey?
When Alicia and Dave and their son Keenan are home, the animals are free to roam. They're even allowed to jump on the trampoline.
They're like dogs. One of our little goats is more like a dog than a goat. We call her a dote because they want to be with you and they love you so unconditionally and they're dependent on you for their survival. They're just so friendly.
As on any farm, there are chores to do, and Keenan takes care of the eggs. Toby the dog often helps.
Come on, Toby. Gentle. Let's go. Come on. In terms of time commitment, it's not a lot for us. We're both very active professionals. We're both very active in our community. You get into a routine and it's not work to us, you know, and if you're going to make that decision and it's work and it's convenience, then you won't do it. But it's a lifestyle.
A lifestyle that Alicia, who originally wasn't so keen on the idea, now embraces wholeheartedly.
Hey, Jojo. You grow to love it. It becomes a passion. If I could raise my son and cook from food off my farm and be here for the animals, you would never have to send me to work another day of my life. I would love to be here full time.
In Langley,
here we go, running in the goats.
I'm Kendall Harris for the Express.
The Starks like to say they graduated from the University of G. That's the University of Google when it comes to learning how to take care of the animals and the farm. Now, how about the University of E? That's for International Women's Equality Day that was celebrated last Friday. Local broadcaster Terrence Evans went all out, not just for 24 hours, but for 55.
I am Jaylene Stonehouse. I'm a singer, songwriter, mother, grandmother, but most of all, I am a woman.
I am Baby C. I'm a female MC from Vancouver, and I am a woman.
I'm Frida Worden. I'm a radio producer and a woman.
August 26th is Women's Equality Day here in North America.
Yeah, you know I got my back up, man. He's down the ride, I call him your replacement.
On August 26th of 1920 was the date that the constitutional amendment was certified. At that point, it became the law of the United States to have women's right to vote in all federal elections.
My name's Terrence Evans. I'm just a radio guy. I'm a guy with a vision. I'm the host for the Around the World in 55 Hours show.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Nah, man, honestly, we respect you, like us as women, for putting on this as a male, too.
The event came about basically from myself having this musical show. And I spoke to a bunch of different people, and I set up this website called thisisvancouveronline.ca, which is really catered towards musicians. And it's catered towards the causes of musicians and the causes of people, and to raise awareness about everything that is unjust, and doing it through music. And this is one place that we can all come together and see it in video, hear it in audio, all over the world.
But I think nobody knows.
I ain't the type of chick to wear my heart on my sleeve. Don't get attached if you falling for me.
We're not equal quite yet. We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go, right? And just looking at hip-hop in Vancouver, for example, you see a lot of male MCs, but there's not a lot of female MCs out there. So this is a good opportunity for us to step up and just kind of collaborate together and get known, get out there, right?
Back then just did not seem.
I think the biggest thing is having the worth of a woman being looked at and not being objectified, not being used, not being treated as property. That's the biggest
This is who I am, and this is what I talk about. This is what I believe in. This is what I feel called to.
I did an interview on one of my shows that I'm going to play live with Tara Tang, Miss Canada.
I love strong and respect my friends, ensure understanding, and never hesitate with the pen.
Jade is somebody that I met online.
And I make mistakes. A higher being with beautifully divine state.
The words that came from her in this poem were really expressive and everybody can understand them. And when she read the poem back to me, I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. This represents everything that we're doing here today.
Equality amongst each other should be the dream. The answer and solution, it's the cream.
I've gone through a journey myself in the last year, and I realized that there's so many things that are unjust in the world, and this is just one thing that I can actually try to make a difference on. And how do you affect people that don't speak the same language? Through music, because that's universal.
This is what I've got to say.
If you'd like to listen to Terrence Evans' podcast, you can go to thisisvancouveronline.ca. And if you'd like to see more of life in Vancouver, then you can stay with us. After the break,
really does appeal to all age groups if you can handle the height.
Playland's tallest ride. Shift Delivery's ride of choice.
Freeing up some of the streets and freeing up the alleyways and the loading docks.
The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Today's generation of young people spend the least amount of time outside of any generation in human history. We need to have children out, we need to have people out in order to see the world around that allows us to live. I think something like the Sea to Sky Trail is the epitome of what we need to get people back out into the real world, to see nature as it can be, and something that we are a part of and that we must fight to protect.
Welcome back to the Express and the PNE. The Gladiator, Elevator, Hell's Gate, the Drop Zone. What do you think? Are the names more intimidating than the rides themselves? I don't know, but from the wooden roller coaster built in 1958 to the PNE's brand new Atmosphere, you're definitely going to hear a whole lot of screaming. Move over, Elevator. There's a new ride in town.
Atmosphere, it's a $2 million ride.
What did you think of the ride?
It was very scary. I kind of liked it.
At 218 feet high, it's now the tallest ride at Playland, one that spins at 70 k's an hour.
It was made in Austria, shipped here and built up on site. One of those type of rides that really does appeal to all age groups if you can handle the height.
Very unscary.
It's been a big success this year at the fair and as part of the Playland season, and we were really excited to have a new attraction going into this year's fair.
All kinds of rides for all kinds of riders. Atmosphere is great if you want a big ride, but a smooth one. The kiddie rides are obvious in their appeal.
And then there's people that want to kind of get used to the more extreme rides, and the Corkscrew is perfect for that. That's more of a family coaster.
As for me, yes, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to coasters.
And then, of course, at the other end of the spectrum would be our wooden roller coaster, and one of the most iconic rides anywhere in North America. It's over 50 years old. It's wooden, so it's classified as a living coaster. And I think part of the scariness of that ride is the fact that the creaks and the groans and the movement and every ride being different. The ambiance of that ride is what makes it so scary.
little insider scoop for you. It turns out I'm not the only one that likes to have my feet firmly planted when I go on rides. Laura says that she's been on the wooden roller coaster over 500 times, but so far she hasn't tried Atmosphere either. I guess we should have gone on it together. Anyway, up next on The Express, our new reporter, Peter Verge, is checking out a new Vancouver company that's trying to electrify the delivery business.
It's 7:30 a.m. at Mills Basics Office Supplies, and the trucks are loading up for a big day of deliveries. It might look like just another day and another fleet of trucks, but look closer and one vehicle stands out a bit more than others. That's because it's an electric trike that belongs to Shift Urban Cargo Delivery, a company looking to deliver products with zero emissions.
Well, our immediate goal right now is to eliminate delivery vans in the downtown core. We believe freeing up some of the streets and freeing up the alleyways and the loading docks and just generally helping out with carbon emissions in general in the downtown core.
Don works with the other electric truck that Mills Basics has to help deliver up to 600 pounds to as many as 60 businesses per day. He says the trike is similar to a regular bike, but much stronger.
The big difference for this is a heavy-duty tubular steel. It's just a really, really strong frame. Okay. And that's the main thing that you need when you're dealing with an electric tricycle with this size. Start off with a real good, strong frame, and then we add an electric assist to the front wheel. We've got a lever here that is full throttle. We got bells. Yeah, we've got everything. It's good.
It's kind of been an easy transition for us. Like, we haven't had too much trouble bringing it in. It charges up at night and our costs go down. He's not filling up with gas, so it's been a real good thing for us so far.
It's all about packing. It's all about just making sure you get the right stuff on the trike at the right time, you know, and learning what businesses are open when. It's a big difference. So.
After delivery driver Don plays real-life Tetris with cardboard boxes for almost an hour, he's ready to hit the streets and start delivering throughout downtown.
The trikes are really safe. We try to be really safe on the roadways. We try to give the rights to everybody that's in front of us.
One of the other major benefits to trike delivery is parking. Don's able to pull up on the sidewalk and park just like a bicycle. Shift Urban Cargo Delivery hopes to continue expanding its business by adding more trikes and taking on more customers in the future.
I just think that trike's a great alternative to deliveries downtown, and I think you're going to see a lot more of us.
I'm Peter Verge in Vancouver for The Express.
The website is shiftdelivery.com, and they're looking to expand their business to catering companies and food companies, basically anything that'll fit on a trike. Now, do you have your plans ready for the long weekend? There's all kinds of entertainment happening here at the PNE, and we have your Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight on the concert stage. Remember Wilson Phillips, the trio who enjoyed enormous success in the early 90s, including the Billboard Hot 100, making them the best-selling female group of that time. You can see them here at the PNE on September 1st. Hall & Oates are the #1 selling duo in music history. One of the most sampled artists today, their impact can be heard everywhere from boy band harmonies to rap rock fusion. See them here on September 2nd. Delhi to Dublin continues to break the mold with the release of their new genre-busting album, Planet Electric. They've become one of Canada's most buzzed-about bands, and you can see them at the PNE on September 3rd. The fair at the PNE runs until September the 5th. If you have a mobile smartphone, you can get updates at m.pne.ca. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and send us your comments to theexpress@shaw.ca. We're going to leave you with a look at the local art scene, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.